Hello, my name is Mary Watson, and welcome to my gentle yoga class. Today we're going to emphasize back bending, but we do get a full body stretch. My biggest rule is don't do anything you're not ready for. So if something hurts, back off, wait until we're done, and just continue the class. Today we're going to need a brick. And maybe keep a strap handy in case you need it. It's always good to keep those two things close by. Today we're going to start on our backs. So lie down on your mat. Of course, you'll need a yoga mat too. And let your body just relax into the floor. Notice the back of your shoulders release downward. And just feel yourself relax. And we're going to open up our minds by clearing all those thoughts out. So if you prefer to have your knees bent, that sometimes feel good, or you can be seated, whatever's most comfortable for our opening meditation. I like to bring my arms out, palms up, and let's just start by closing our eyes or looking at something that's not moving, and we're going to focus on breath. And a little help on focusing our breath is placing your one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. On the inhale, your belly should rise if you're lying down. And then as you exhale, let the belly fall toward the spine and the ground. If you can, just breathe through your nose. Inhale, expanding. Exhale, releasing. And now let's just take a few minutes to allow our minds and thoughts release. Just focus on your breath. And when you're ready, slowly and gently open your eyes. So if you're not already down on the floor and you're seated, slowly make your way down. No rush getting up and down. Make sure you have your brick handy. We're going to start by doing a little lower back exercise. So knees are bent. We're going to bring our knees up to the chest. Notice how your tailbone lifts off the floor. Place your hands on your knees. This is our inhale move as we pull the legs nice and close to the body. And then exhale, pull them away, but don't let go. Notice how your lower back flattens here. Let's just do this a few more times. Inhale, pull the knees in. Exhale, don't let go. Keep a hold of them. One more time. Inhale, pull the knees in. And now on the exhale, we'll let go. We'll keep the legs bent as we release them down to the floor. And now we're going to do what we call windshield wipers. I like to bring my arms out, or you can bring them above your head if that feels good. Walk your feet further down the mat so your knees are softly bended. And then walk your feet out toward the edges so your legs are wider. On your next exhale, release the knees over to the right, then bring them center and to the left. And then back to center. And now just go right, center, and left at your own pace. You may want to slow it down or make it a little faster. This is a great way to open up the hips. Now, if you bring your arms above your head. You're going to feel a stretch in the chest as your legs go side to side. So whatever feels right for this moment. Nice way to loosen up. Sometimes if you're lying in bed, you feel a little stiff in the morning, this is a good way to kind of warm up before you get up. On your next exhale, bring your knees back to center and bring your arms down by your sides. We're going to do some, say, your fingers might be able to touch the back of your legs, but don't worry if they don't. Now, we do squeeze our inner thighs during this, so brick's a good reminder. Place the brick on the inner part of your thighs. Arms right next to your sides. On the inhale, push your lower back into the floor so you feel nothing or no space there. And then as you exhale, lift those hips up, opening up the chest and the front of the body. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. Notice how your thighs are squeezing toward that brick, keeping that brick there. On your next exhale, start at your upper back and roll it down one vertebrae at a time into the ground. When your hips reach the floor, bend the knees and bring those knees towards you like we did earlier. Release that lower back. Let's try this again. On the inhale, release the feet down. Push the back into the floor, then gently lift it up. Maybe a little higher this time, the second time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, one vertebrae at a time. Don't rush. Roll it into the ground. Bring your knees to your chest, and maybe this time, lift your head up. Push the belly into the ground as you lift those shoulders up. Now you want a little neck stretch? Relax the shoulders as you lift your head upward. Inhale. Exhale. Release the head and release the feet down. We're going to grab that brick and place it close by if we need it again. Let's bring our knees back into our chest. And we're going to come up on all fours. So start by bringing your legs to the side and using your hands to help yourself up. Take your time, no rush, getting up and down. So we start on all fours. You always can place extra padding under your knees like an extra mat or towel. Wrists underneath the shoulders, fingers spread out wide. On the inhale, we curve the spine downward and lift the tailbone up. Gazing forward will add a little more back bending to this. On the exhale, angry cat arch. So tuck your chin and tailbone in. Imagine you're poking your belly and you're pulling that belly upward. Round the shoulders. Tuck the tail in. Now let's combine breath and movement. Inhale, release the spine in dog tilt and maybe look forward. Exhale, arch the back, round the shoulders, tuck that tail in. One more time. Inhale, release the spine. Head looks forward. Exhale, arch the back, round the shoulders, tuck that tail in. And now, keeping the spine rounded, move your hips back to your heels. Rest your chest on your thighs, extend your arms forward. We're going to go into child's pose. And sometimes we can't quite get our head to the floor. So maybe a brick, a stacked fist, or just taking your head down. Release your hips toward your heels. This is a great counter posture. You're welcome to come into child's pose anytime during this class. Keep breathing. On the next exhale, let's come back up on all fours. We're going to go into another posture we call half dog or puppy pose. So move your hands just a few inches further up the mat. Keep your tailbone lifted in a dog tilt. Move your chest back towards your thighs. Feel a stretch in the front of the body. Hand to the floor or onto that stacked fist again. You're welcome to come into this half dog instead of full down dog later on. Keep breathing. On the next exhale, keep your hands right where they are. Come back up on all fours. Round your spine like an angry cat and bring your shoulders above your wrists. Then bend the elbows and release your body to the floor. Stomach, chest, and chin all the way down. We're going to place our hands underneath the shoulders, pull the elbows in. Tops of the feet pressing down into the ground. Inhale, lift those shoulders up. Now for this first back bend, well, we did a few in the beginning, but this first cobra, you can wobble side to side just to release tension out of your back. Keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale, turn your head to the left side and release your ear to the floor and relax everything. This will help give you a little neck stretch. On the next exhale, we're going to come back to center and we're going to go up into that cobra again. We're going into a posture called half bow. So you are welcome to just stay here or bring that right hand forward in front of you. Arm is straight. We're going to bend the left leg. Now, maybe where you're at is you're reaching toward this leg. This still is a good back bend. Or if you need to, grab onto the front of the foot or maybe even your pant leg. Chest is lifted, gaze is forward. Keep breathing. Half bow, inhale. Exhale, release the foot, release the hand, turn your head to the right side and relax. Relax everything. And now we'll do the other side. So on the next inhale, bring your head center. This time the left hand comes out in front of you. We are going into a cobra with our shoulders lifted. When you're ready, bend that right leg and maybe reach toward it. Maybe you could reach your other leg, but not this one. That's okay. Find where you can do the posture and keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale, release that leg. Hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to go right into child's pose because that's our counter posture. So make sure your lower back releases down toward your heels, arms extended, or maybe by your sides, palms up. This is a little more restorative child's pose. Breath is flowing. Inhale. Exhale, let's come back up on all fours. This time we're going to go into a full down dog, but you're welcome to go into half dog instead. Full dog, you want to curl the toes under, keep your spine in dog tilt, and lift those hips up to the sky. Once those hips are lifted, you want to think of lengthening your spine from the palms all the way up to your tailbone. Lengthening as you're moving your chest toward your thighs and your head comes between your arms. Then when you're ready, press those heels down. Stretch the back of your legs. And you're welcome to stay here or maybe walk the dog, lifting one heel up and then alternating. This will help stretch the back part of your calf. Inhale. Exhale. Now we'll press both heels down. Lift high on the heels, up on your toes. Stretch the bottoms of your feet. Maybe move your chest a little closer to the thighs, giving your body a nice stretch here. When you're ready, release your heels down. Look toward your hands, bend your knees, and walk the feet toward the hands. We're going to keep the head down because we're in forward fold. So the legs straighten. Head releases toward the knees, chest toward the thighs. Let the head, neck, and shoulders relax here. Feel a stretch back here. Try not to lock your legs back. Keep a micro bend in your knee. Now we're just going to take a nice slow roll up. So bend your knees and take your time as you slowly roll up. No rush, standing. And once you're standing, roll the shoulders back and down. Release that. We're going to do a half sun salutation, and you're welcome to keep doing half sun salutations throughout the class. We'll start in a good mountain posture. Spread those toes. Release them. Chest is lifted, but shoulders relaxed, and the curve of your back is natural. Hands come in prayer. Gaze is forward. On the next inhale, lift both arms up to your ears. Grow tall and lengthen so your fingertips are pointing toward the ceiling. As you exhale, part your arms and dive forward. Release your head toward your knees, back into that forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up, think length. Exhale, release your head down, forward fold. Now we're standing. So soft bend in the knee, and let's do a reverse dive, circling the arms up. Big breath, lengthen and grow tall. And exhale your hands back into prayer. Very good. So we are going to do a little bit of a shoulder exercise. And this one, you want to circle those arms forward. Nice and big circles, big as you can make them. Getting those shoulders nice and warmed up here. So keep breathing. Big circles. Inhale. Exhale, stop. Now backwards. Big backward circles. Nice and big. On your next exhale, release that. Now start with your right arm. Circle it forward. Try not to think about that right arm. Just let it keep circling forward. Now circle the left arm back. You're having a hard time with this? Don't worry, a lot of people do. So just keep moving those arms. On your next exhale, relax that. And we'll do the other side. Left arm forward. Big circles forward. Now, don't think about that left arm. Right arm backwards. Again, you might have a hard time with this. Sometimes tapping your fingers together works. And on your next exhale, relax them. Let them go. Release those shoulders. On your next inhale, lift your arms up to your ears. As you exhale, bring your right arm down, or place the hand on your hip. Reach high with the left and stretch it over. Try to get your left hip and shoulder stretching all at once here. Relax and breathe. On your next inhale, bring both arms up, lengthen. Exhale, take the other arm down or on the hip. Reach high, take it over. Relax and breathe. Let that right side open up in its own time. Keep breathing. On your next exhale, bring both arms up. Release them down. Relax those shoulders. We're going to do a sun salute. We need to come to the front of the mat. And you're welcome to do a half salute instead. Inhale, arms up, lengthen. Exhale, dive forward. Relax the head and shoulders. Let them go. Inhale, come halfway up, think length. Exhale, head down again, forward fold. This time we'll bend the knees, hands to the floor, walk or jump those feet back. Now we're in plank posture, and you can always put your knees down if you need to. As you exhale down to the floor, you can release your knees, your feet, bend the elbows, release the stomach, chest, and chin to the floor. Keep those elbows close. On the inhale, lift that chest up into a cobra. Or if you prefer, your hips off the floor, up dog. Chest is lifted. On your next exhale, come back into downward facing dog, lifting the hips, then pressing the heels down. Give yourself a good few breaths to get into downward facing dog. On your next inhale, looking toward the front of the mat, walk or jump your feet to the front and straighten both legs. Release your head down, forward fold. On the next inhale, standing, circling the arms all the way up to the ceiling. Big breath. Exhale, bring your hands back into prayer. Very good. So now we're going to do our chair posture. So start in a good posture. Feet are about hip width apart, toes spread out. On the inhale, lift your arms up, lengthen the spine. Lengthen all the way up to the ceiling. As you exhale, imagine you're about to sit in a chair. Bring your hips back first and then bend the knees. Keep lifting that chest upward. When you're ready, bring your hands together and take them to your heart. You're welcome to stay here or take your left elbow to the right side of your thigh, bending the knees a little deeper and point that elbow toward the ceiling. Relax your weight into your hips. Stay here or open those arms up for a deeper twist. Don't forget to breathe. On your next inhale, the hands come back together. We're going to stay in chair, lifting the arms up, pulling those hips back. As you exhale and twist to the other side, just make sure those knees are even and relax into the posture. Keep breathing. Hands together or maybe open them up. And if you're gripping the ground, lift your toes and release them. On your next inhale, bring your hands back to center. This time, let's stand up. Straightening those legs, lifting the arms overhead. Big breath. Exhale, round those arms. And relax those shoulders. So we're building heat in the body so we can stretch it deeper. So we're going to come to the front of the mat. We're going to do another full sun salutation. We're going to add some more to it. So start at the front. Inhale, both arms up. Lengthen and grow tall. Exhale, dive forward. Relax the neck and shoulders. Inhale, come halfway up. Think length. Exhale, head down again, forward fold. This time we're going to place our hands on the floor, release our right leg to the back, and bring that back knee down. Once you're there, slowly come up and get your balance. On your next inhale, when you're ready, lift your arms up. As you exhale, you're going to twist towards your hips as if we're going into warrior two. Maybe turn your head to that front hand. Maybe put your palms up and open up your chest. Stay here or place your back hand on the back of your thigh and lift the front hand up into a crescent. That's optional. Looking up or down is up to you. Inhale. And exhale, arms back into warrior two. Twist toward the front. Release the hands down. Back knee comes off the floor. Slide the left foot back. And let's come into a plank posture. You can bring your knees down if you need to. Or come up on the toes, bend the elbows, And release your stomach, chest, and chin to the floor. Inhale into a cobra or up dog. Exhale back into your downward facing dog. Now, this down dog, we stay in for a few minutes. So, you need to come out of it at any time. Come down on your knees and go into child's pose. So, we're going to start by lifting that right leg up. Push your back heel into the floor. Turn your hips toward the side for a hip opener. Maybe bending that top leg. But try to keep your shoulders square toward the mat. Inhale. Exhale, straighten the leg. Release the leg down. Now we'll try the other side. So lift that left leg straight up. Push the right heel down. Stay here. Turn your hips to the left and bend that top leg. Hip opener. Keep breathing. On your next exhale, we're going to straighten that left leg. And we're going to bring it back down. Very good. So now we're going to lift that right leg up. And we're going to take the knee toward the elbow and then place the foot in front. Sometimes I need to pick up that leg and place it there. And that's okay. Back knee comes down. Come up and get your balance. So we'll do this what we did on the other side. So let's inhale. Both arms up, lengthen and grow tall through the spine. Exhale, turn your hips to the left, as if you're in a warrior two, but on your knees. Maybe opening up those palms again. Or looking toward that front hand. Stay here or release your back hand to the thigh. Take your top palm up and go into a crescent. Looking up or down. Inhale. Exhale, take it back to center. Twist it toward the front. And release your hands down. Very good. This time we're going to lift the back knee off the floor. We're going to take the left foot up to the right and straighten both legs. Release your head down, forward fold. Relax and breathe. Take a moment, maybe move your head side to side or nod it up and down just to get that neck to release. On your next exhale, we're going to bend the knees and take a slow roll up. Bringing the arms into a reverse dive, lifting toward the ceiling, and gently bringing your hands back into prayer. So we should feel a little warmed up now. So we're going to do a balancing posture. You're always welcome to come off the mat onto the floor or harder surface in case it's a little harder to balance on a soft surface. We're going to do tree posture, and I like to start on the bottom. So you can place the sole of your foot on the floor. Your ball of your foot on the floor and your heel on the calf. Or you can place your entire foot on the calf. Never up against the knee. The knees don't bend sidewards. Or your thigh. So once your foot's in the right place, start with the arms and find your gazing point, something that's not moving. Stay here or lift your arms up, palms up. Or take them all the way up to the ceiling. Or maybe you just want to bring them back into prayer. That's up to you. Keep breathing. And it's okay to fall out of it sooner. But on your next exhale, release both legs. Maybe shake this one out that we've been standing on. So let's do the other side. Maybe on this side you want to put your foot like this, or up against the calf or thigh. Once you have your foot in place, bring your arms out and find that gazing point again. The gazing point will help you balance. stay here or lift your hands upward or take them all the way up or bring your hands in prayer. That's up to you. What feels better? Inhale and exhale. Release that foot and release any tension you might have. If you're just starting yoga, give yourself a good long time to get the standing postures. It takes a while for the mind and body to connect. So we're going to do some standing postures. So you may want to keep a brick handy close to the front of your mat. And this one will start with our left foot forward, right foot back in our warrior one stance. So that's a little shorter than warrior two. Our feet are on 2 tracks. And see if you can grab your hips and square them toward the front. Back heel is down and grounded. We're going to place our left hand on the back of our left hip. And then we're going to take the right arm, keeping it straight, lift it up. Think of lengthening the spine and lifting the chest here. Relax those shoulders. Front knee is bent deeply. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, straighten the front leg. And see if you can come to a flat back. Hips pull back, arm reaches forward. And then if you're able to, keeping your arm next to your ear, come down toward your straight leg. Now you may want to use the brick for this. And if your leg straight is too much, put a little bend in that knee. If you're able to keep it straight, you're going to get a really good hamstring stretch. Keep breathing. Inhale. On the exhale, we'll bend our knee. We'll bring our arm next to our ear and challenge yourself to stand all the way up, keeping that arm next to your ear. Then when you're ready, bring it behind you. Pull the elbows back, going into a little back bend, bending the front knee and looking upward. This will stretch the chest. Inhale. Exhale your gaze forward. And now we're going to release those hands and bring them all the way up to the ceiling. This is warrior one. So think of lengthening and lifting that chest once more. Breath is flowing. On your next exhale, we're going to take them back again and maybe this time clasping right behind our back. Front knee is bent. When you're ready, take your chest down toward that leg and relax your neck and shoulders. At any time, you can bring your hands down or onto the brick if you need to. For those who wish for a bigger challenge, clasp the hands, lift them up toward the ceiling, or take them forward toward the front of the mat. It's up to you what sounds good. This will really get the shoulders. If your shoulders hurt, you may want to not do this. And keep your hands down. Inhale. Exhale the hands to the floor. So once your hands are on the floor, we're going to scoot this right foot back and bring the back knee down. Come up and get your balance. You are welcome to stay here or place your hand on the brick next to your left foot or the floor. Twist your chest toward that left knee. Stay here or lift that back knee off the floor. Stay here or lift that arm up. So we call this reverse side angle. Keep breathing wherever you're at is perfect. Inhale. Exhale the hand down. Bring your back knee down. Straighten the front leg, lift the toes up, and stretch the back of the leg. If you want to take this deeper, gaze toward your toes or bend your elbows a little more. Keep breathing. On your next exhale, walk the hands back to the front of the mat. Lift that back knee off. See if you can scoot that right foot all the way up to the left. Straighten your legs and release your head down. Forward fold. Relax everything. We're going to slowly roll up, so bend your knees and just take a nice slow roll up to standing. And of course, release those shoulders back and down. So we're going to do all that on the other side. So this time the right foot's forward, the left foot's back. And if your mat bunches up, you always want to straighten it out. You don't want to trip over it. Okay, keep that brick handy. So this is our shorter warrior one stance. Front knee is over the ankle, not the toes. We don't want this. We want that. Square those hips. Chest is lifted. Bring those arms straight up and lengthen. Now we're going to go into our position here. Taking your right hand this time behind your back, palms facing out. Left arm is up. And we're stretching like we would in Warrior One. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Keeping your arm next to your ear. See if you can try and go into a flat back. Pulling the hips back, reaching forward with this left hand. Inhale. Exhale. See if you can bring your arm next to your ear all the way down to the leg. If not, you got this brick here. Use it if you need it. You can take it down if you want, or bring your hand to the floor. It's a deep stretch of the leg, so honor your body and don't go overboard or hyperextend. Don't want to do that. When you're ready, bend the front knee. Bring that arm next to your ear again. Use that strong core to lift yourself up. Keeping that arm next to the head. Once you're standing, bring the hands behind you. Pull the elbows back. Lift the chest up. Bend the front knee. Maybe look up. So we got a little more back bending here. Keep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Back to center. Release your arms. Lift your head up. Head up. Arms up. This is Warrior One. Keep breathing. Keep squaring those hips forward. Inhale. Exhale. Let's bring the hands behind us, clasping them. And you don't have to clasp them if you don't want to. Start bringing your chest so it leans right on your thigh, leg is bent, and head releases down. You can bring your hands down at any time. Or you can keep them clasped and see if you can lift them up toward the ceiling again. Or taking them forward. It's up to you. What works best on this side might look a little different than the other side, and that's okay. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands down. Now once your hands are down, you can scoot that left foot back a little bit more. Bring the knee down. Come up and get your balance. You're welcome to stay here or do the reverse twist. So hands on the brick or the floor. On your exhale, twist toward the right knee. Stay here or bring that top arm up. Stay here or bring that back leg off the floor. That's up to you. Relax and breathe. Inhale. And exhale the hand down to the floor. Now, we're going to scoot the left foot up to the right. Go back into that forward fold and release everything. Take a few breaths. Having your head down like this can help bring blood to the brain. Make us feel good. When you're ready, bend the knees and roll up slowly. Take your time. Bring down a while. And roll the shoulders back and now we'll stand at the center of our mat and we'll have our toes pointing out. We're just going to bend our knees. You're going to take your hands and push them out towards your knees, stretching the inner thighs. Stay here or dip one shoulder down, flat back, turning toward the side or looking up for a neck stretch. Keep pushing those knees out. On your next exhale, come back to center. Push those knees out again. Dip the other shoulder down. Gaze to the side or look up. It's up to you. On your next exhale, come back to center. Now we're just going to move the feet a little bit closer and take our squat a little deeper. Only go as far as you can. Maybe you're here. But if you think you can go deeper, you can take it down a little further. Or you can go into Malasana. And for a lot of us, it takes a while to get into this posture. We sit in chairs. We're not used to squatting like this. But this is very good for the lower back. Keep breathing. Wherever you're at is perfect. And however you want to do this, you're going to come down to the floor. Then we're going to have a seat with our legs out in front of us. Excuse me. So the feet are about hip width apart again. We're going to place our hands behind us. So if you don't like your wrist bent like this, you can take it to a stacked straight fist or come down on your elbows if that works better. That's a little harder to do, but we're going to go into tabletop. So to start tabletop, we squeeze the shoulder blades and lift the chest upward into a back bend, a little back bend. Maybe this is as far as you'd like to go. If your shoulders like the stretch, then lift your hips up like you're a four-legged table. This will get the wrists and the shoulders, so if those hurt, back off. Keep breathing. Maybe you want your hips down if this hurts too much. Inhale. Exhale the sit bones down. Now we're going to go into a posture called boat. So again, you can bring your hands back here and lift your legs up. That's a little easier. If not, you want a challenge, bring those arms up, palms facing together. Use your abdominals to hold yourself up. Stay here or straighten those legs. Relax those shoulders. Don't hunch. Inhale. Work those abs. Exhale. Bring the feet down. So I like to do another tabletop because I tighten this area and this stretches it. So you can come back here or on the stacked fists. Stay here with a lifted chest, squeezing the shoulder blades. Or maybe going up this time because the first one was a warm-up. And try to look up, not side to side. And relax that neck as best you can. Inhale. Exhale the hips down. Shake out those wrists. I can tighten them up pretty quickly. So we're making our way down to the floor. And we're gonna go into bridge again. So grab that brick so you can remind yourself to squeeze those inner thighs. Now we're gonna take the feet closer to the tailbone, arms by your sides, or for a challenge, bring them over your head like this. On the inhale, push that lower back into the floor, then lift those hips up. Maybe a little higher than you did at the beginning of class. Feel those thighs, squeeze that brick. Inhale. Exhale, roll it down one vertebrae at a time. Release the brick and bring your knees into your chest. This is our counter posture. So we're going to try bridge one more time. I'm going to show you some other variations. On your next exhale, bring your feet down, walk those heels close to your body. This time we'll keep our arms by our sides. If you're having trouble lifting your hips up, go ahead and lift them up into bridge. It doesn't have to be very far. You can place that brick underneath, and that'll get you back bending. That'll be opening up the front of your body. Maybe you want to put it on its side for a little challenge. And you can also do this side. It's a little bit harder to do, even for me. But a lot of us are different, so maybe you're more flexible. Another way to do bridge is to clasp your hands behind you. If you remember, we did that standing with our knees bent and our hands clasped behind us. This opens up the chest even more. So find what works best for you. Back bending is good because we do so much forward bending. So wherever you're at, open those arms up. Roll down that spine, one vertebrae at a time. Release the hips down. Bring those knees into your chest. Release that lower back. Maybe give it a little back and forth to release any tension. And you're welcome to stay here or maybe go into happy baby. So we're going to grab the sides of the legs and gently open them up. Knees stay bent. Or grab onto those feet and pull those legs apart. This is a more intense stretch. And wherever you're at is perfect. Keep breathing. On your next exhale, if you're in happy baby, bring your knees together and release those feet down. We're going to go into our final resting posture. You do have the option of staying seated or coming down to your back and releasing your legs. I forgot our final twist, so we got to do our final twist. The final twist realigns the spine, and then we go into our final resting posture. So start by bringing your knees to your chest, arms out to the sides. We're going to stack the legs as we bring them over to our right side first. Let the knees release. If your knees aren't releasing, take that brick, place it underneath the legs. Let them rest on the brick, or maybe a mat or towel. Turn your head to the left side. Relax from head to toe. The more you relax in this posture, the better. And let's start focusing on our breath. Let's allow our breath to be a little slower and release a little bit longer. Keep breathing. On your next exhale, let's bring the head and knees to the center. Inhale, pull those knees closer. Exhale, take them over to your left side. Turn your head to the right and melt into the floor from head to toe. Allow your body to relax deeply. Notice the back of your shoulders. Release those too. On your next exhale, let's bring the head and knees back to center. One last time. This time we are going into our final resting posture. So you do have the option of being seated or going into Shavasana. And Shavasana is legs about A little wider than hip width apart, and feet relaxed away from each other. Arms away from the body, palms up, chest open. If you slightly tuck in your chin, that'll release the back of your neck. And just let your head go and let your body release into the floor. Once more, we're focusing on breath. And as you allow that breath to relax and release your body, allow it to clear your mind too. Let's take a few minutes, enjoy some peace, stillness, and relaxation. And now just gently wiggle your fingers and toes and come back into the room. When you're ready, bring your knees into your chest. Roll over to one side. Pause for a moment. And then take your time as you slowly come up. Maybe use that other hand to help yourself up. You can have your legs crossed or out in front of you, whatever's most comfortable. And I thank you for joining me with my gentle yoga class today. I hope you can take this feeling throughout your day and your week. Namaste.